it looks like the feds are trying any and everything to bam Dirk, man. They want Dirk real bad. Yesterday, I did a video and I talked about a picture that was released. Now the picture had Boogie and Didi on it. Never showed Dirk. Whoever took it wasn't supposed to be taking it. Well, in federal court, you're not allowed to have phones. You definitely not allowed to take pictures. The feds use these dirty tactics to try to get these convictions. Like when they really want you, it'd be like the gloves are off and they swing it from every angle. They put in a motion for an anonymous jury on the grounds that someone came into court and took a picture, which was a violation, which coincides with everything else that they were saying. They were saying that people have been calling the judge on this case, threatening the judge, threatening certain members of the prosecution. This is what the feds are saying. They've been saying that for a couple months now. So what I think they doing is they really trying to isolate Dirk. They already didn't let him out on bond. And they were saying, you know, part of the reason why they didn't let him out on bond because people were being threatened. Now, I truly believe that the feds took those pictures themselves. I believe that they took those pictures themselves, released them to the internet, and now they coming back saying, oh, well, we need an anonymous jury because we don't want our jurors to be in harm's way, which was a smart tactic. Now, one may say, why would the feds want an anonymous jury? For one, and I think the most obvious reason is, like I said, you know, the protection of the jury. If you don't know what target to shoot at, you can't hit your target, you know? So an anonymous jury, they wouldn't know who these people are or none of that. They take all measures to conceal the identification of the jurors so that, like I said, won't nothing happen to them. Now, these jurors are not supposed to be biased. In these high-profile cases, I don't understand how you get that non-biased effect when this is national news. Like, this is a national trial. Like, who doesn't know about this? True enough, you may have some that don't genuinely know about this, but come on now. You know, most of the time, these guys be convicted before they ever even go to trial, which is messed up. That's why y'all gotta stay away from putting yourselves in these type of positions, especially dealing with the feds, because they play super dirty. They don't care about no rules or none of that. They don't. They don't. And in this case, man, they really trying to get Dirk. They really pulling all the tricks out their bag. You know, in this case, I know for a fact that the feds are behind this. And the reason I know that for a fact is because I've been to courts plenty of times. I've never been to a federal court, but I do know you got metal detectors coming in, leaving out. You got metal detectors all over the place in there. If they don't want no phones in there, ain't no phones coming in that courtroom. You got the wands, you got the machines that you got to walk through. This is a federal courtroom. Straight up. So all of this stuff that the feds are throwing out about Dirk and everything, and they don't have, and none of this has nothing to do with the case, by the way. I'm telling y'all, it's telling me that the feds are not 100% sure about this case. I'm telling y'all. Anyway, in further news, YN's back in the news, as usual. This time it's Memphis. And I had to report on this because, I mean, this shit just outrageously crazy. Like, this shit just getting just too bad. Some guys in Memphis, man, held a teenager at gunpoint, stripped him of all his clothes, and made him twerk on Facebook Live.
Men are under arrest accused of holding a teenager at gunpoint, forcing him to strip and then dance live on Facebook. Camera Eggleston and Wardell Buford are charged with kidnapping, assault, and exploitation of a minor. Police say they forced the 17-year-old out of his apartment, ripped his clothes off, and made him get into a car. They allegedly went on Facebook Live and at gunpoint forced the teen to dance naked.
Had him out there like Beyonce on Facebook Live. Straight up. These guys are being charged with sexual exploitation and all type of shit, you know? They went off. And when y'all do stuff like this, y'all do know that it's considered a S crime, right? It is. It's a sex crime. Like, y'all got to be smarter than this. And then what's the point? Y'all trying to embarrass somebody, but y'all ass is going to jail behind it. And then who ultimately comes out embarrasses y'all because the shit look sweet, man. It look fruity as hell. Me holding another man at gunpoint, making him take off all his clothes, and then making him shake his ass. Now, robbing him is a different story, you know? If you robbing him, that's a different story. But y'all, this shit fun and game until you end up in jail for some freaky shit like this, and it's national news. Now everybody looking at you crazy. Mama, sister, girlfriend, baby mama, brother, everybody looking at you crazy. Straight up. Y'all just did some freak shit. And y'all finna have to register as S offenders behind some bullshit. Trying to embarrass y'all so-called ops. But it is what it is. Those of y'all that want to stay in the streets, y'all gonna keep being content. So I advise y'all, don't stop. Just keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all ain't gonna change any motherfucking way. It's your boy, SN. I'm out.